Hey everyone, it's CanadianTurtle, and I'm here giving you guys Marvel vs. Capcom 3 commentary. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what I think about the game, and so far, I'm going to say that I'm having so much fun with the game. And I didn't buy the game, I'm actually borrowing it from my local library. For those who don't know me, my local library does have video games which you can borrow, which is really cool, and I wanted to buy this game, but I just didn't have the money. And I'm playing this game with the Street Fighter 4 Round 2 Tournament Edition fight stick. And that's another reason why I couldn't buy Marvel 3. It's because I asked my parents for the fight stick, and that was already so expensive, and I wasn't allowed to get the game, and I wanted this thing really badly. Like, it's been on my waiting list for like 2 years, and I was waiting way too long to get this. I was waiting for the price to come down, but they kept getting sold out so quickly, so there's really nothing to wait for. And just recently, I basically called all the EB games near my city, and they were all sold out of fight sticks, and I was so pissed off. I was like I was holding this thing off for like 2 years, and I was like, no, I need one now. I waited too long. I just really need one right now. And so finally, I got one from Amazon.com, brand new, for a good deal, and I'm loving it. I have to say that the fight stick is making things 10 times more fun to play the game. Like the game Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it's already fun to play on its own, but playing with the fight stick is like the icing on the cake. Like, it makes things so much more addictive for me. I just love the feel of the fight stick. It feels so, classic and nostalgic. Like I'm actually playing in the arcades, and the buttons make this loud tapping noise when you press them. It just feels so much more intense. And if you're playing fighting games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Samurai Showdown, the Capcom Versus series, King of Fighters, Art of Fighting, etc., then you should really invest in one of these arcade sticks. Like, the best competitive players in the world for these games use arcade fight sticks rather than controllers. Like, the way these games are designed, they're really meant for playing with the fight stick. It just feels more natural, and like the combos are much easier to pull off, and you'll improve your game by lots. Like, at first, when you use it, it's going to feel a bit weird, but give it a week or two, and believe me, you'll be better than you ever were if you're playing with a controller or a gamepad. Like, once you get good with the fight stick, once you get good with the fight stick, like, you just can't go back to controller, man. Like, and yes, this is me playing it. I'm still improving with the fight stick. And anyways, back to the game. I just really love this game. It's so much fun. I love the gameplay. It's fast-paced, intense, and everything feels fluid. And the game is just gorgeous to look at. Like, it has this comic book style graphics, and the shading effects look really nice. Like, in my opinion, this is the best looking cel shaded game I've ever seen. And it's so colorful and attractive. I like the style of the graphics. Like, it fits the game really well. I just love it. I love it equally as much as the hand-drawn sprites from the first two Marvel vs. Capcom games. Like, when you're doing air combos or super combos, like, everything looks so colorful and flashy, and I just can't take my eyes off the screen. Especially the CG movie cutscenes, like, those look incredible. And although the game has a similar gameplay as the previous two games, if it's fast-paced, relies on combos and assists and stuff, it feels a little different in terms of physics. Like, I feel as if the characters have a bit more weight added to them in this game. And another difference I noticed is that the game feels easier than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I guess Capcom was trying to make the game more accessible to a larger audience. And I'm cool with that, because even though it's easier to play than the previous game, it's still hard to become a pro player. And for those who are trying to get better with the game, like, I have a tip, and this goes for in many other fighting games too. Like, if you're new to a fighting game, then what I suggest is try to beat the game with all the characters and learn the engine, beat the game with as many characters as you can, learn the physics of the game, learn the timing, and learn the different combos, and learn how the game is meant to be played. And then choose your team, like, because it's different for each game. Like, you don't want to apply your Street Fighter skills in this game, because like the gameplay is very different, and in this game you really have to learn your combos and use your assists properly. Like, I see beginners play this game, and they're only fighting with one character, and they completely forget about using assists and stuff because they're not used to having three characters at once. So remember to learn to use your assists to your advantage. And I love the character selection in this game. It's awesome. For me, it feels so diverse. Like, especially the new Marvel character choices. Like, ever since I started playing Marvel 3, I started to get into the Marvel comics hardcore. Like, the game introduced me to so many cool characters that are new to me, like Deadpool, MODOK, Super Skrull, Doctor Doom. Ever since I started playing this game, like, I got really hooked onto Marvel comics. Like, Like I went to my library and borrowed so many Marvel comic books. Like I just recently read Deadpool: Secret Invasion, which had the Super Skrulls as the main bad guy. So I got to learn more about the Skrull Empire, and I learned more about Deadpool, which is really cool because he's a hilarious character. And I also learned about I also learned more about Iron Man. You know, I read Iron Man, Demon in a Bottle, and I read Wolverine and some X-Men comics. You know, I ordered so many other Marvel comic books because this game got me so interested in the Marvel universe. Like, there's so many books that I plan on reading. I want to learn more about the characters like Spider-Man, Sentinel, Captain America, and the Avengers. Like, I never knew that I would turn into such a comic book nerd. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, because I love it. You know, I don't mind being called a comic book geek, like, because I'm having so much fun reading them and learning about the characters. Like, I'm also looking forward to the Captain America movie coming out this July. It looks outstanding. Same with the X-Men First Class movie, and that's the great thing about these crossover fighting games, like Capcom versus SNK, Marvel versus Capcom, X-Men versus Street Fighter, and Super Smash Bros. Like, they increase popularity for some of the lesser-known characters or game series, like MODOK, for example. Like, from what I've heard, ever since Marvel 3 came out, you know, MODOK became a surprisingly popular character. It was unbelievable. Like, everyone wanted MODOK. Before, he was just some random villain that like didn't get as much recognition, but now everyone loves him. And it also happened to me with the Smash Bros. Games. Like, for example, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Like, it got me into the Earthbound game series because of the character Ness, you know. And same thing with the Ice Climbers. Ever since I saw them in Melee, I thought they were really cool, and I wanted to discover the original games. Like these crossover fighting games, like they really open up doors and opportunities, not just for gamers, but also for companies too. And anyways, for me, I'm really satisfied with this game. I love just about everything about this game, and I highly recommend it. You know, I'm still trying to learn the game, and I'm still trying to figure out who I want in my team before I start playing online. And like I think I beat this game like 20 times on normal mode so far. I'm trying out different characters and seeing who works best for me. Like, I went online a few times and I didn't do so well because I was still new, and so I'm still practicing, and I don't mind playing the single player mode over and over again because it's really fun to me. Like, I never get bored of it. Like, fighting Galactus never gets boring to me, and like I'm not that huge on online games. Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy playing online games. Like I played Modern Warfare 2 a lot online, and I had a lot of fun with that. But online play isn't really what I look for when I buy a game or when I play a game. Like, I'm more into like the single player and offline multiplayer. Like, I love playing games with a good story mode or arcade mode, and I love going to my friend's house or they come over and we play offline multiplayer. For me, like, online is just a bonus. Like, that may sound weird considering a lot of gamers these days play, like, they hardly play single player games anymore. You know, when they buy a game, they just go straight to online and forget the story mode ever existed. Like, for me, I'm not really like that. Like, when they announced Killzone 3, for example, like, everyone was talking about online. Like, oh, is there going to be kill streaks? Is there going to be big multiplayer maps? Is there going to be sniper class, this class, that class? Is there going to be engineer class and stuff like that? Like, for me, I was thinking about the single player campaign. Like for me, I was like, oh, what's the story going to be like this time around? Are we going to learn more about the Hellgas and stuff like that? Like, so I'm not really that big into online games. I love it, like, but it's not what I mainly look for when I, buy a game. And I'm really dedicating a lot of time to this game. I want to learn the game very well because I plan on going to tournaments for Marvel 3. Like, I'm really excited for that because I've never been to a video game tournament before. Like, video games is such a big part of my life, but yet I haven't gone to one tournament yet. Like, from what I've heard, it's a really fun experience, and when I go to my first tournament, I'm not going to worry too much about winning or losing. I just want to have fun, and, because it's my first tournament, and, like, I shouldn't expect myself to, like, win first place or anything. Like, I just want to go there with some friends and have a good time. And I live in Mississauga in Canada, so I live really close to Toronto, which is a major city. It's very populated and diverse, so I'm pretty sure I can find some tournaments there, and hopefully I'll get better at the game soon because I want to play some of you guys, and then I can upload it and it'll be fun, Alright, so that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time, guys.